Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know that I currently have discounted reading specials going on right now. So all you do is you visit my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Give it a few seconds to pop up on your screen. There we go. And then we look over here and we have the specials and discounts page. So we click this link at the top of the page. It'll take us to the specials and discounts section, and this is the current special that I have going on. Now, of course, you can always routinely check my website and my specials and discounts page to see if I have any new specials going on at any given time. Of course, I do have regularly priced offers as well, but if you're ever short on cash, as we all are sometimes, and you need a reading, please check out my specials and discounts page, alright, and see what offers I have going on there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I can't wait to read for you, and I look forward to your support, and I thank you for your support, and I look forward to conversating with you and doing your reading, okay? Namaste, love and light. If you have any questions, please check out the FAQ section on my website, the personal ethics section, the blog section, and of course, the reviews and personal reading testimonial section as well. The number one zodiac sign that I hate. Now, hate is a strong word. As a Libra moon, I don't really have it in me to hate any zodiac sign. I actually get along quite well with all the zodiac signs. As a Capricorn sun, Libra moon, Virgo rising. Mercury and Mars in Sagittarius, and Venus in Scorpio. So, but there's just one zodiac sign that I do struggle a bit with understanding. Now, as a Capricorn sun, Virgo rising, Libra moon, I value stability, some form of consistency, some form of reliability in people in a relationship, you know, to like understand people's patterns and really get a sense of who they are, right? At least that's how I think. Like, you know, like I break things down. Virgo rising, you know, I break down things in routines. You know, what are people's routines? You know, what are their regular habits? Capricorn sun, and then I give people the benefit of a doubt. Libra moon. So. But there's one zodiac sign that I struggle to understand. I'm not gonna lie, doesn't necessarily mean that I hate them, alright, but I do struggle to understand them. Gemini, alright. Now I get along with Geminis for the most part. They make wonderful friends. For the goodness sakes, the woman on my shirt, trust no one, was a Gemini, you know, Marilyn Monroe. So I do have a certain, my mom's a Gemini too, so, and my aunt, who was like my second mom in a way, but, and still is. I have a lot of second moms and third moms, but, that's an interesting thing on its own, right? Gemini is an interesting zodiac sign, alright? You're ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules communication, intellect, the mind. Alright. It also rules how we formulate our thoughts. Alright. So as a Virgo rising, Virgo being ruled by Mercury as well, I understand your energy to an extent. But the thing with Virgos is that they're an earth sign. So it's easier for me to understand Virgos than Geminis who are an air sign. And it's interesting because I have a mix of both air and earth in like my like prominent placements, sun, moon, rising, right? Although there are other prominent placements, but Geminis can be very, let's keep it honest, let's keep it real, a little bit contradictory in their nature. They can say one thing and do another. They can do one thing and say another. They can play both sides of the fence. They can pick both sides, never pick a side, without care or a lack of full understanding or full perspective of the other person's perspective. Like, you know, Gemini may understand, you know, may empathize with why you would be mad about them, you know, being friends with your enemy. But to a Gemini, it's like, well, they're not my enemy, so why do I have to stop hanging out with them, you know? But to maybe other signs, you know, a lot of other signs, it would be like, you know, kind of interesting and weird, like, you know, but that's who Geminis are, you know, and they are very forgiving people, you know, so they don't hold grudges as easily as other signs, like maybe a Libra or a Virgo or Capricorn. Alright, yes, I'm spilling my own tea. Or even a Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio. Alright, and so maybe that's why I appreciate them so much, because my Mars and Mercury are in Sagittarius, so I'm like, oh, well, you're a Gemini, so, you know what I'm saying, like, you have a different kind of, you know, perspective on things, like, you know, it's easier for you to kind of forgive and move on. But, you know, and I actually appreciate that about you guys, because you guys will go hard, like, in the paint, you know, in an argument or debate, and then, like, an hour later after, like, you know, be totally chill with the person, you know, maybe not be best friends, but like could totally tolerate, you know, still be in the vicinity of that person and not like just become disrespectful again. Whereas with other signs, like, they would have to totally leave the party, like they could not be. So it's like really interesting, you guys are like really able to kind of detach yourself from certain situations mentally and be like, this is what it is, you know, this is how I feel, you know, blah blah blah, you know, end of discussion, you know. I've said my piece and now I'm moving on to the next thing, you know. And it's like really interesting, you know. It's like, okay, like, you guys are just very quick to move on from things. You're very quick thinkers, quick on your toes, and it can just be, I don't know, maybe I think I'm a lot slower, all right, like, and not maybe thinking. I think I'm a quick thinker. I mean, my Mercury is in Sagittarius, and your polar opposite zodiac sign is Sagittarius. So I'm a really quick thinker. But in terms of behavior, like just breaking down people's behavior and understanding people's behavior, you know. Sometimes for me, Gemini behavior is, see, I study people. I like study behaviors and routines and like patterns that people have, and I study behaviors and patterns in general. Like, that's how you can learn a lot about people, the world, trends, you know, what's going to be hot, behaviors, patterns, all that, you know, just by watching. Actually, one of the best things, one of my favorite things I used to love to do when I was at college was to just sit on campus and watch people watch. It was so interesting. I would listen to music and people watch, and you would learn so much about people by their behaviors, you know, and their patterns, you know, seeing the same person, you know, and the certain patterns that they would have. Like, it's really interesting. Maybe that's my Virgo rising. But certain behaviors and patterns make sense. Like, okay, well, that person goes to the coffee shop, you know, 6 times a day. I mean, I see them walk by, you know, 6 times a day with coffee. So it makes sense as to why they, you know, walk fast and act erratic, because they're probably caffeinated up. I mean, that makes total sense. That's like a behavior pattern. But with Geminis, it's not always the same pattern, the same routine, the same, you know what I'm saying? So it's like with Geminis, it's always interesting. You never know really what to expect. Gemini is like that one person who you see always walking by when you're people watching, who always has something going on, might have always some type of drama going on. They might be in a rush today, tomorrow they might be taking their time, you know, the next day they might be walking their dog. It's just, you know, Gemini always has something going on, and it's so interesting. And they have such a way of kind of wrapping people into like their life, you know. Maybe sometimes when you don't want to be in their life, and or when you don't want to be involved. And then sometimes maybe when you do want to be involved and you need to be involved, you know. So, but then at the same time, like, okay, so Geminis also have this thing where they pull you in and push you out. So it's like, it's always kind of like you can never tell when, you know, when they want to pull you in or push you out. You know what I'm saying? You can never tell what their mood is. You know, and that's one thing about them. You know, that can be very confusing and frustrating, especially for Gemini Sun and Moon, I find. You know, because they're not like the most in touch with their emotions all the time, or it's like they're not always open with their emotions, you know. So it's like, you know, you can never really ever really get a sense of how they feel, because maybe they don't know how they feel, or they just don't want to reveal how they feel, or they don't know how to express how they feel, you know. So you know, but at the same time, they're super expressive. Like, they speak their mind all the time. And that's probably my favorite thing about them, is that they just speak their mind. Even if it comes out jumbled, like, even if they have to cuss someone out, you know, even if they have to stick up for you, you know, they will not hold back, and they will express themselves just how they feel fit, you know. So this is one thing I do appreciate about Geminis, you know. But just a very often confusing sign, I find, conflicting sign at times. And this is someone who grew up with a Gemini mother, alright? A Gemini aunt. Who else was a Gemini in my family? I don't really have any other Geminis that I can think of that I grew up with. My dad wasn't a Gemini. I probably know some other ones, I just can't think of them. You know? Geminis are interesting. I don't hate them. I mean, I just used the word hate for salacious purposes. But I don't hate Geminis. I just don't sometimes understand them, you know? So what zodiac sign do you hate or not understand? Or maybe you just don't actually, maybe you just like a zodiac sign. What is that? Let's respectfully express that in the comments below. I mean, you know, in true Gemini fashion, alright? But let's have a little bit of a filter, alright, please, or, you know, because comments will be deleted, you will be blocked, alright, if I don't like the comments, if I feel like they're rude. Also, Geminis, feel free to express as well. Please do not take this as hate. It's not hate, alright. As I said, I just used the word hate for salacious purposes, alright. I don't hate you guys, alright. It's not in my heart to hate someone, especially someone I don't know. I don't know you, alright, you know. And I certainly don't hate my mother and my aunt. You know, I may not get along with them all the time or understand them, but it doesn't mean I hate them, you know. I love them. And I love you too, alright? It's all love. So if you would like to elaborate, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, where I can do a psychic tarot reading for you, an astrology, natal chart, birth chart reading for you, or more. I do individual birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, business birth chart readings for children, and more. I do phone and Skype, psychic tarot readings, email, video recorded readings, and audio reading, and so much more. So check those out on my website. Also, follow me on my social media pages, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official, or type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot in the search bar. Also on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. And also, I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Also, please like this video, share with your friends and family, and thank you so much for your support. Have a great day, evening, night, and thank you for listening and watching. Catch you in the next video, okay? Have you been wanting to get a reading from me? Well, it's easy. Let's go through it together. So all you do is you visit my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, and you can visit the site on your computer or on your phone, and you click the store button right here at the top of the page, and here are all my services that I offer. I do candle offerings and all different types of birth chart readings and psychic tarot readings, messages from your spirit guides, and so much more. So you click the one that you want, you click the Pay with PayPal button, and it'll take you to the PayPal page where you can pay for your reading. Now, You'll hear from me within 24 hours, for your reading confirmation, and then I'll get your reading back to you within a 48-hour period. Usually, it's, a day or less, okay? So I look forward to reading for you. Thank you for your support.